And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Or should I say good afternoon, good morning, good night, depending on where you're tuning in from. My name is Nippon. I am joined today by Harry from Hasbro TV.
Hey,
And
you're
this
right,
is
mate.
the preview of the London Derby, which is the battle at the bridge, Chelsea versus Tottenham. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. We haven't actually done a stream together, and I've been on channel probably like maybe a year or two. I don't know.
Yeah,
Can't
my
remember last
streams
time.
are always so late. That's why.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
but yeah, I'm good. Apart from that, I mean, yeah, I'm good.
are you confident going into the game
Um,
on Thursday?
well, our record at Stamford Bridge isn't that great. We've won once there in like 30, 40 years. Since 1993 or something. I don't know. We've only won once in like God knows how long, and yeah, it just not that confident really.
Well, we're not pulling up any trees either this season.
But you are at home though.
Yeah, we've not been great at home, to be fair.
But you're still fourth as well,
Yeah,
which is crazy
and
to think. I think
even if we drop to fifth, the new coefficiency rule could allow five teams in the Champions League.
are we def? Is that definitely going to happen then?
I think so.
So you
Do you
you'll still
think?
qualify for the Champions League?
I think so. Do you think? What do you think about Tottenham? Do you think you'll finish in Europe, or
We won't finish in Europe.
where do you think is the highest you'll finish this season?
If we're lucky, maybe like 10th.
If you're lucky, 10th.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time you finished below, as in like bottom half of the table.
it was probably about when I was going as a kid, like 30, 40 years ago, probably. That's the last time, maybe like 20 something years ago. I think it's 2004. The last time was probably 2004. So 20 years ago.
Hmm.
Because even when we had that 2 points from 8 games of Redknapp came in, we finished I think eighth or ninth. And then also I remember when in 2005 when Martin Yol took over for the rest of the season, we finished I think eighth or something or ninth. So I think it's the first time since 2004 that we'll be finishing in the bottom half.
Was there not a season in which you finished 14th?
Was it 08? Maybe it was 2008. Was it 2008? Let me check. Let me just check. No, we were eighth that year as well. Yeah, we were eighth. Yeah. So I think the last time was 2004. Definitely, it was 2004. It was 21 years ago. I just checked. The last time we finished in the bottom half of the league was 21 years ago.
Wow. When we were both in school.
Yeah. I was 12 years old then.
Oh, you're about a year above. You're no. If we were talking about school terms, you'd be 2 years above me but you're just a year older than me
Are you
because I was
31
built.
then?
I turned 32 in October.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, like,
You're
say
right.
if I was in the year 8, you'd be in year 10
Yeah,
because you were born in January 1992.
yeah. I was trying to work it out. Then you told me.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
where were you expecting to finish this season? And
Well,
where
looking
do
at
you think
the
this
table,
horrible run of form came from?
um, looking at the table, like I said, I think the best we can hope for is maybe 10th at a push. That's at a push though. If we get 10th, actually, if we're lucky, maybe 12th. But I think we'll probably finish the same place we are
If
right now.
you're lucky, 12.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
No, look at the table. I think we're like 7, 8 points off top 10 or something like that. I just checked.
Now, Man United lower than you or above?
Above by a point.
Oh my god.
Did you not realise how bad we were this season?
I've been playing on how bad Man United were. I mean, no offense, they're my rivals.
Yeah. But no, we're like it's the worst. Like I said, it's the worst season since 2004 when Arsenal won the Invincibles and we finished like whatever it was, 12,
What
13,
would
14.
hurt more? Seeing Tottenham, like saying, what would hurt more? Seeing Arsenal win the league or seeing Tottenham get relegated?
At this point, seeing Arsenal win the league probably would hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be more upset seeing, like, if it was Chelsea. Chelsea getting relegated would hurt more than seeing your rival winning the
No, it
league.
would hurt. But the problem is that because we're so bad, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Ah,
That's why I said it.
it's a
If
bit
if
of
you
a
spoke,
double-edged sword, though.
yeah.
And,
But
imagine if Man United were in the. I can't believe they're fighting a legitimate relegation battle.
the thing is, the three teams, Southampton, Leicester, and Ipswich, they're not going to catch Spurs or United. I don't think. We've only got like 10 games left, so I think
Do you
unless they
think
go on
they
some
all go back down to the Championship?
yeah, Southampton are down anyway. But like Leicester, I think are going down. I don't think they're going to win enough games to stay up. And Southampton and sorry, Ipswich have
Wait,
half a
have they
chance.
been have Southampton been mathematically relegated?
I think so. They only have like 12 points, I think.
I mean, what's the like if you win this many games, you will stay up. I mean, like how many games do you have to lose for you to be mathematically relegated?
So we have 9 games left. You'd need Wolves. You need Ipswich, who are on 17 points, to catch up on Spurs on 34. So we have double the amount of points they have. That's six
No,
games
no, that wasn't
already.
the question.
Yeah.
How many games do you have to lose to like to be mathematically relegated? Like
Oh, altogether, you mean?
yeah,
Well,
like for
Southampton.
example, when you lose these many games,
Yeah.
and if you win the remaining games, won't make a difference. You're still going down.
I mean, Southampton have lost 24.
Southampton have lost 24.
Yeah.
Oh, they're done.
They're on 9 points. There's no way they're staying up.
What? 9 points.
Yeah.
So that's just they've only won 3 games.
No, they won 2 and they drew 3. I just thought.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Leicester won 4 and they've drawn 5 and lost 20. Ipswich have won 3, drawn 8 and lost 18.
Then
And
how
then
comes Ipswich are in a bigger chance of survival than Leicester?
what? Well, Ipswich and
Even though
Leicester have
Leicester have won more games.
they've both got 17 points. Southampton Wolves are on 26.
Hmm.
That's three. It's a 3-game swing, and we've got 9 games left.
What is it now with no relegation battle? Like all the 3 teams that came up are the same ones going back down.
Yeah. You need Ipswich and Leicester. Either of them would need to go on like a crazy run to have any chance of staying up. They'd have to start winning like 4 or 5 games in a row to have any chance already.
Yeah.
Because after Wolves, yeah, the next team is West Ham on 34, and Everton and Tottenham on 34, and United got 37.
Oh, United are 3 points ahead of you now.
Yeah, because they won against Leicester.
Okay.
Because look, Brentford on 41, and Bournemouth on 44, and they're 10th. We have no chance of catching Bournemouth on 44 points. We're 10 points off. We're 10 points off 10th. It's crazy. We're 10 points off 10th. By the way, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna switch to my lighting, so give me a second.
Sure. So, chat. What do we? What are your thoughts on the game? Who do you think's gonna win, or do you think it'll be a draw?
I think you guys will probably beat us 2-1.
I always like playing it safe when it comes to these big games.
It's because you're at home. I think you got an massive advantage. And don't forget, you beat us 4-2 earlier in the season at White Hart Lane. Like, you know, Chelsea's got a massive advantage.
Yeah.
Are you going to the game, Nippon?
No.
Oh, you're not going now.
Are you going?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, nice.
Someone offered me a ticket like the other day, so
Wait, will you be sitting in the home end or the away end?
unfortunately, I was sitting in the home end.
What? How are you going to
No.
hold yourself? How are you going to hold yourself if Tottenham
The
score?
funny thing is, I'll be more likely to cuss out Ange than the flipping Chelsea fans. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, then they'll know you support Spurs.
What? Because I cuss out Ange?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes no, because basically my friend, close friends since like I was in sixth form. He's a Chelsea fan. He's got season tickets for years. Yeah. He messaged me the other day and said he got one free spare ticket and asked if I wanted to come. I took him to a Spurs game earlier in the year anyway. So I'm going to sit with him and I have to be quiet. I've done it before. Like I went once, you know, when you beat us in the Carabao Cup years ago when Laurent ate on penalties, when Dye missed his penalty or something. I went to that game and I sat next to him. Yeah, it was really awkward, but to be honest, like, if they start saying Spurs are shit or Ange is shit, I'll probably agree with them anyway, so it's not really a problem. Like,
I mean,
to me, I don't
how
think
are
it's a
you going
big.
to contain?
Huh?
How are you going to contain yourself if Spurs score without being thrown out?
No, I'm fine with that. Like I said, even in that game that I went to years ago, Spurs scored. Llorente, I think, scored in the second half, and I didn't get up or anything. I didn't celebrate or I didn't do anything. I was fine actually.
Yeah, because you didn't celebrate. Otherwise, they would have thrown you out.
Yeah. I don't know what I'll do if we score a last minute winner though. I don't know what I'll do.
You probably have to contain yourself.
Yeah. As soon as I get the train, yes.
Yeah, maybe on the train you can celebrate then.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna wear a Spurs top anyway. Like, I'll just come in normal clothes. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, so I will be there. Just I have to be quiet, basically.
yeah. But well, people who watch YouTube know because you have a YouTube channel.
What do you mean?
You have a YouTube channel, so most people who are on YouTube a lot recognize you.
Well, hopefully not. I don't think I'm that big. Imagine I'm at Stamford Bridge. I know
No,
him.
let's say imagine if Expressions
Yeah.
managed to go there and he said, "What the hell is he doing in the home end?"
I don't think
Big up
expression.
Expressions
Actually, he
though.
doesn't. He doesn't know who I am. But that's because he might know who I am actually. But the chances of that happening, and the difference with me and other people is, I'll explain to people why I'm there. Like later on, I'll be like, "This is what happened," because I didn't expect to go. It just kind of happened. Um, but yeah, I will be there, just being quiet, I guess. But more than likely, you'll beat us anyway, so it's not really. So it's not going to make a difference anyway.
Hmm.
Problem is, we won at Chelsea once in about 30 years, I think. It was when Dele Alli and Ericsson scored, remember? That's the only time we won at Stamford Bridge in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think that was during the Antonio Conte
We
days.
drew. We drew it. Oh, yeah. When you had Conte, not when we had Conte. I'm thinking when we had Conte, yeah.
No, yeah, I remember when you had Conte.
We
There was
drew,
a
didn't we?
there was a
Yeah.
there was a square up between himself and Tommy T.
The handshake, do you remember?
Yeah, and then Romero
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
scalp
Yeah.
Cucurella.
Yeah, I remember that.
I still don't get why he wasn't sent off for that.
Was that before VAR?
No, it was after. Like,
So why did they
do you
not?
think, biases aside, do you think that was a sending off?
Probably. I can't from what I remember. Yeah. Is that when he pulled his hair, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, like
Yeah. It probably was a red card.
how he got away with it, I do not know. A lot happened in that game.
Yeah. But we drew with the last minute header, or almost last minute header.
Hmm.
Are you working today then?
No, I worked today.
Oh, so you're done. Are you done for the day? All right.
Yeah, I was done by 3. I was on an early
Oh,
shift today.
all right. Do they decide your shift then? Or do you
Yeah,
just.
they do.
All right. So you can't just say, oh, I want to go watch a Chelsea game. Can you put it on the early shift today, please? Yeah.
I wish it was as simple as that.
Yeah. But, because you're a chef, right? Am I wrong? Yeah.
I They could call me in as early as 5 in the morning or as
Oh,
late as 3 in the afternoon.
oh.
That's the latest. But on Saturday, Friday and Saturday, there's an even later shift, 4 to midnight.
All right. And do you cook everything then? Or.
Whatever's on the menu.
Oh, all right. Okay. You didn't have to just do it. You must be really good at it then, because
Yeah, I'd like to say that I am.
yeah, but yeah. On Thursday's game, I'm just not confident. I just think we're probably going to lose.
Mm, you're not confident. I'm not confident.
It'll probably be a draw or something now. Then
Yeah, it's all set up for a 1-1 draw.
yeah, um, yeah. But Chelsea, like this season, what's happened? Because at the start of the season, you guys were on fire. Like what's happened?
Um, Look, we've this manager is new to top flight football, so and plus we have a young team as well. We will draw games. because the experience just isn't there to put like a winning, like a title winning streak.
Because I remember Maresca, they asked him, when was it? Maybe it was in October or something, or November, I can't remember, about the title challenge. And he said, no, Chelsea aren't ready for a title challenge. When you guys were like third or something during the season.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
So why do the Chelsea fans want to sack him then?
Because our fans are idiots.
Because I still think you should have kept Poch.
Well, agree to disagree on that because we had when I think at this time last season we were languishing mid-table.
Just remember today's April Fools.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get Chelsea since what's his name arrived. Todd Bowley, that's it. You guys have been a mess.
Look, it was always it was inevitable because the thing is, chopping and changing managers will only last you so long. It was eventually going to catch up with us. So even if we had Roman, it would have. All I'm going to say, the decline was eventually going to happen with or without Roman.
You think
Yeah,
even if Roman stayed, you wouldn't be where you are now?
yeah.
Why do you say that? If I'm asking. Is it because of PSR rules? You think?
Yeah, precisely.
Huh. But at least you guys spent. We don't spend enough, really.
Yeah, because Levy's an effing clown, isn't he?
Yeah. But yeah. What else is that? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, so am
Yeah.
I.
Yeah. Because you know what? There's not because we're Spurs. We're so bad this season. I just like we're out of every cup apart from Europa League. Even the league game really doesn't really mean that much. I mean, it does for the fans.
You
Like,
could win Europa.
yeah,
You
we
could
could.
win Europa.
Are you still in Conference League, right? Aren't you?
Yeah, we are.
Who did you get in the next round?
I think, yeah, Warsaw. Legia
Oh,
Warsaw.
you should win that
We
game.
beat FC Copenhagen in the.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I even had a bit of a. I even went into a bit of a fit when people were saying, like, I knew we were going to win. But I was like, if these men lose to Little Mermaid FC, I'm done out here.
What is that? Is that emblem like a mermaid?
No, it's not. But Hans Christian Andersen is Danish.
Okay. I didn't understand the context. That's why.
Yeah, that is the context because the it's a fairy tale, and it was written by Hans Christian Andersen,
yeah.
and he's Danish. Well, 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay. Tuesday the 15th.
So, what would be your
Oh.
ideal summer transfer window?
Um, a new manager for a start, a new chairman, a new manager. But no, seriously speaking, we probably need a new centre half because I think Romero is going to Real Madrid. We
Is
need
he?
another. We need a proper number six, like an actual number six. Once Ange goes, we need a winger, a right winger, 100%, and we probably need a left back as well. And on top of that, probably a striker as well. I mean, because the Richardson's going to go, I think. So
Where do you think he'll end up?
back to Everton.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they've been linked with him already. We'll probably sell him back for half the price or something.
Why not? Are you going to try and test the waters with Victor Gyökeres?
I know Arsenal really want him, but I don't know if the Spurs can get him. Like seems hard. Like we won't pay the money. That's the thing. I just don't see us paying the money.
I can see us putting a cheeky bid in for him.
You probably will because, um, like Chelsea bid for everyone, so it wouldn't surprise me if you bid for Coquerez. But I read that his release clause last summer was 100 million euros, but this summer it's fallen, or they will entertain 70 million euros. I was reading.
Yeah, and I've also been reading reports of some of our players being linked with a move away.
Your
Like,
players, yeah.
yeah, Enzo Fernandez, Real Madrid, Atletico. If I was Todd Bowley, I'd like to say, now you're going nowhere and price him out of a move.
I think Romero's going to Atletico Madrid, actually, not Real Madrid. Sorry, because they really want him.
But does he really want to go?
Yeah, I believe he wants to go.
What do you think would happen? Like, say if a player wants out and the club are saying, now you're going nowhere and price him out of a move. Like, put an unrealistic price tag on his
Do you
head.
remember? It reminds me. Remember years ago when you lot wanted Modric back in 2012? Do you remember?
Yeah, but
And
come on, that was. But did he want to join Chelsea?
yeah, he did, and we
And so
rejected.
Daniel Levy priced him out of a move,
Yeah,
did he?
yeah.
Why didn't
He
he just say to Daniel Levy, "Bollocks! If you don't let me leave, I'll run down my contract and leave on a free."
problem is that he could have done that. I mean, Berbatov went on strike when he wanted to leave Spurs back in the day, but Modric really liked Redknapp. That's why he stayed another year because he loved Redknapp, even though he wanted to leave. He kind of put up with it because of Redknapp.
Do you think, if it was Ange, do you think he would have put up with that?
I don't know because everyone says Ange is a hard man, blah blah blah, but I don't know if he really is.
What do you mean by hard man?
No, as in like a lot of Ange people who defend Ange will say he'll stick up with to Levy. He won't take any nonsense from the players and blah blah blah. But I've yet to see evidence of that. Really, to be
Do you
honest.
think Ange is a puppet,
Yeah,
like a Levy yes man?
yeah. I mean, he signed Werner twice. He signed Timo Werner twice.
Well, once on loan and once on a permanent.
No, he's not permanent. It's another. We signed him for 6 months, and then we brought him back for another year on loan.
Are you serious? What is Daniel Levy thinking?
No, but I heard that Ange okayed it twice.
Like he had any other choice. If he
But no,
said
what I'm
no,
saying, when Pochettino was the Spurs manager, he turned down a lot of players apparently, and I believe it because we were linked with Tielemans was one of them he turned down, and then obviously his previous managers turned down players as well. But problem at Spurs is the manager will just turn up with a player. Like you remember Jed Spence with Conte. Conte didn't want Spence; he wanted another player. So when Spence joined and the the media asked him about Spence. He said he's a club signing, and he loaned him out like 2 minutes later. So it happens at
He-
Spurs a lot. It happens at Spurs a lot.
is that Tanganga still with you guys
No, he's gone to Millwall.
on a permanent or on a
Yeah,
loan?
permanent. Yeah.
There was so much hype around him a few years ago, claiming that he would take he would be a full English international in a few years and all that.
I really like Tanganga, but his injuries didn't help. But also with him, the problem is the club kept moving his position. So he even played the Conte, right? He played. So before Conte, he played right back, left back, centre back. Then Conte came in. He put him right centre half, middle centre half, right wing back. Even I don't know if he played left wing back one a game. But what I'm saying is because we kept moving his position.
But what's his
It,
natural position?
this is what I mean. He couldn't develop in one position because they kept moving him. I think he's meant to be a centre half. Like I think that's what
A
he's meant to
centre
be.
back. Okay, do you think if he was do you think he would have had a realistic shot to be in the England squad if he was developed as a centre half?
Mate, I don't know. I don't know. Tanganga had a lot of potential, but the club just kind of just used him in the wrong way. Like
Do you think if he had no injuries, he would be like maybe not world class, but a good like
maybe a good centre
a
back. Yeah,
good
maybe.
a good defender, like say maybe not your Van Dijks or your Thiago Silvas,
Hmm.
but the the one below.
Yeah, maybe because if he didn't have his injuries and he's stuck to one position, this was the problem. If he stuck to one position, then maybe he would developed into like a really good centre back. But
Do
because
you think
Jose
he
was,
would have? Do you think he would have gone on to be a one club man?
yeah, maybe. But the thing with him, he had speed, he had strength, he had good decent aerial ability. Like he had all the attributes. But the problem is, like I said, we kept putting him. Like Jose played him right back, then he played him at left back, then he put him in the middle. Then Conte came in after Nuno. Nuno played him at right back, I think. Then Conte came in, right centre half, middle centre half, right wing back. Like he
Why
played it
didn't he
different.
just say? Why didn't he just submit a transfer request and say, you know what, I'm going to go and play for a manager who can actually develop me in my natural position?
Problem is, he kept getting injured as well. So it wasn't. It was a lot of factors. He got injuries, and also like I said, the managers just used him where they needed a player. Really, I guess it's like Archie Gray now at Tottenham. I think he's suffering the same problem because Andrews uses him where he wants to fill in a slot, like centre back, right back, left back. And everyone keeps telling me he's a midfielder. He's played one game in midfield, which he wasn't very good actually last game. Um, but this is what I mean. He kept moving him, moving him.
By the way, Forest are 1-0 up against Man United.
Oh, yeah. Forest are finishing in top four this year, I think. Let me just. And Arsenal playing tonight as well.
Come on, Fulham!
Elanga scored. Oh, Elanga scored.
Oh, another former United player. You said you need to sign a centre half. Would you try and go for no? What's that guy who plays for Borussia Dortmund? Zula.
No, we've been linked with. I can't remember this guy's name. Someone from Sporting Lisbon. Our Wolves have scored. They 1-0 up against West Ham. We literally just scored. Ferguson up front, interesting. I don't know. Did Ferguson go on loan to West Ham? Interesting. But yeah, they're losing. Wolves are winning. That probably keep them up, to be honest.
Why? I thought the Premier League was a midweek. Sorry, a weekend thing.
No, because there was an FA Cup on the weekend. So, like Forest couldn't play on the weekend. They had to play now.
Okay. And next week it's UCL, isn't it?
Europa and UCL, yeah.
Yeah, European nights are back.
Yay!
Yeah.
We've got Frankfurt anyway.
Do you rate your chances against them?
I think it's a tricky game, tricky tie, because we're playing at home first as well. If we're playing away first, maybe I'll have a bit more hope. But we're playing at home first. And Frankfurt won it a few years ago, didn't they? I know it's a different manager, but I think it's a tough one to call. I think we could go through. We can always go through. But I don't think it'll be easy. And I just think they're a good side. So they're third in the Bundesliga.
Hmm.
So it won't be easy.
Yeah. On paper, it looks like they're going to be the obvious win.
Yeah, I think we'll just about lose against Frankfurt. It'll be like by 1 goal or something. Because we're playing them at home first, I think we'll probably win the home leg 1-0, maybe 2-1, and we'll go to Germany and we'll probably lose 3-1 or something.
Uh, I wonder what's it like in the UCL for Arsenal.
Real Madrid
Yeah, are they? I hope Real Madrid are.
on it, yeah.
No, I hope Arsenal are playing the home leg first.
I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah, Real Madrid are going through.
I don't think Arsenal beat them at the Emirates.
I
I do say that, right? With these games, it's can be quite tricky because Greece plays Scotland in the playoffs for the Nations League, and in the first leg, Greece lost 1-0 at home. Yeah, and they
Yeah.
won the away leg 3-0. They lost at home 1-0, and they won the away leg 3-0. So
Mm.
I guess it can happen.
Well, Greece and Scotland are on the same level, to be fair.
And then look at Rangers and Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce lost the first leg at home 3-1, and they went away to Rangers and won 2-0. So they took it to extra time and then penalties. So
Yeah, Jose is finished. I'm sorry.
is he not going to win the Turkish league though?
Come on. Even Harry Redknapp could do that.
It's not that easy, It's not like the SPL. Turkish league is actually quite difficult.
Well, there's Trabzonspor. Well, we have a few good teams. There's Galatasaray,
Fenerbahce,
Trab,
Trabzonspor, Beşiktaş,
Trabzonspor,
Beşiktaş.
Besiktas, Başakşehir.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jose's finished now because he's been around for years now. So
Yeah, I mean, by finished, I mean finished at the highest level.
yeah, didn't he speak about joining a smaller club in the Premier League? Didn't he? I think.
Imagine if he ends up at a smaller club. Imagine if he ends up at Newcastle. If Eddie Howe goes.
I wouldn't be surprised actually because I think he could win them something, even though they've won something already.
Or Bournemouth, if
Iriola
Andoni
goes.
Iriola is snapped up by either you guys or to replace um,
Arteta.
Carlo at Real Madrid.
Iriola to go to Real Madrid.
No, I mean he's a manager who has world class potential.
Maybe he could go Real Madrid. I think if Arteta leaves Arsenal, he'll probably go to Arsenal. Iriola.
I pray Arteta doesn't leave Arsenal though.
I hope Arteta stays.
Yeah, because they'll continue to be shit.
Yeah. To be fair, all my friends who support Arsenal, right? They all want Ange to stay.
Yeah, and that's why you want Arteta to stay.
Yeah.
So, by the way, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. We're 13 away from 800 subs. Road to 1K is in full swing. Hoping for 1K by the end of June.
Is that 2 months? 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else
Yeah,
is there to talk
practically
about?
3 months.
Please subscribe to Hasper TV as well and NS Sports TV. That's the one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Is there
self
anything else to talk
promotion's
about?
allowed on my channel.
Hmm?
I said self promotion is allowed on my
Oh,
channel.
okay. Okay.
A lot
I'm the only
of
one here
channels
apart from
won't
you.
allow it. A lot of
Yeah.
channels won't allow it.
Do you still speak to Oris? I haven't heard from him in ages.
I yes, still speak to him from time to time.
Is he still streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not messaged me to come on ever. So recently,
Mm.
maybe we're streaming at the same time. That's probably part of the problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I stream at 5:30 on a Friday. Um, so maybe that by the time I finish, it's like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and I'm too hungry. Maybe that's why he doesn't ask me. Yeah.
Maybe.
Anything I can
But
think
pick
of.
up Arrest though. Subscribe to Arrest Talks Football if you haven't
Because
already. Wonder if there's anything else.
the problem is
Anyway,
there's no drama going on around the game. That's the problem. Like it's just. Do you think you'll finish top four then or not?
um, I think we'll finish in Europe.
But maybe not top
Whether
four.
we finish in the UCL spots, I don't know.
Interesting. I don't think unless we're in Europa League, we're not finishing in Europe. So
Hmm. But we need Madrid to do us all a favor and end.
and Arsenal
No, end the tie in the first leg.
at the Emirates.
Yeah.
Do Arsenal still think they're going to win the title? They were not going to win the title, are they?
Liverpool are too far ahead. Look, I have two colleagues at work who support. No, sorry, I have three colleagues at work who support Arsenal. And they keep going on about, hey, well who's the who? They're so confident against Real Madrid.
They're going to get humbled.
Like,
Hopefully.
where has this confidence come from?
But it's Arsenal fans. That's Arsenal fans for you. They, most of them are like, yeah, we're the best. It's because, yeah,
I'm sorry. Gabriel and Saliba, best centre back partnership, apparently.
yep. Apparently,
Martin Odegaard, apparently the next Luka Modric.
nowhere near.
No, look, that's how deluded these men are.
Oh, are they showing the game? Are TNT Sports showing the game? Maybe not. Maybe not. Nottingham Forest Man United is one. Oh, okay. It's on TNT Sports. I was just checking. I didn't know what channels were showing the games tonight, so I was just curious.
Mm.
Yeah.
And yeah, Man United, man, why are they so shit?
Well, since Ferguson left, they've been bad, but now they're just even worse.
I honestly don't know where it came from. So What would you say? What would you? What's your predicted lineup for tomorrow?
Um, I think he'll go Vicario, obviously. I think he'll go Porro, Danso. No, Danso's injured, so Porro. Um, thing is, I guess it has to be Romero Van de Ven. Because I think he'll rest players versus Southampton. I don't think he'll rest players against Chelsea. Spence, and then Bergval, Bentancur, maybe Sarr or Bissouma. Because I think he'll want to rest players at some point. So maybe he'll play Bissouma on Sunday against Southampton and Sarr against Chelsea. And then he'll play Odobert, Solanke, and Son probably up front.
Hmm.
Unless I don't know. But I think he'll play Son against Chelsea and rest him against Southampton.
Yeah, like I used to rate Son.
He's old now. That's the problem. He's aged.
So he's around the same age as Harry Kane.
Yeah, I think they're like a year apart.
Yeah, like you and me.
Yeah. I think it's the same. I think Son is 1 year older than him. I
Yeah,
think.
he's a year
Yeah.
older. So that's no
Yeah.
excuse. If Kane can do it, why can't
But
Son?
also, Son relied mostly on his pace, and Kane didn't really have some. He didn't rely on his pace basically to play football. And I think Son has suffered because Kane left, because Kane used to set him up after
So
Jose
you're
came
saying
in.
he used to. So you're saying he only looked good because he had Kane with him.
In his latter years, yeah. In his earlier years, it was different because he was a proper winger. He would take on players and stuff. But because as he got older, he's lost his pace.
Why didn't he just do? Why didn't he just leave the same summer Kane did and go to Bayern Munich, and they could just continue that thing? Like Son could have been on one side with Nabry on the other, with Harry Kane up top.
Why didn't Bayern Munich get him? You mean Son?
Yeah, well, why not?
So Son's part of his own problem though, because he signed a 4-year deal when we got Nuno in charge back in 2021, 22,
Do you
2022.
think
He
he'll
signed a
sign
new.
another deal, or do you think he'll end up leaving now?
They want to offer him another year because you do realize Son brings in a lot of revenue for the club, right?
Yeah. Do you think
So
he leaves though?
he leaves.
Do you think he leaves or signs a new deal?
I think he'll sign another year. Where's
He's
he going to go? There's nowhere he can really go. He's
a
34.
reunion with Harry Kane.
No, Bayern don't need him.
Um,
No,
Possibly
when he was
Newcastle.
younger, Liverpool wanted him. Klopp wanted him when he was a lot younger. But now, obviously, Klopp's not there at Liverpool. But now he's a lot older. They won't buy him. No, I don't see any top club buying Son.
Probably Aston Villa if Marco Asensio goes back to PSG.
Do you think he might stay at Villa or not?
Do you think they sign him on a permanent?
Or if he's enjoying himself, maybe he would stay. I don't know. Villa, a big threat.
Or if Marcus Rashford doesn't join Villa on a permanent, Son can go there. Like Watkins and Asensio on the wings with either Ollie Watkins or that John Durand up top.
No, they sold Duran. He's gone to Saudi, I think, or someone like that. He's left.
Oh,
They
I'm
sold him, yeah.
surprised Unai Emery didn't bring that striker from Villarreal.
No, because he brought in Rashford. That was a replacement.
For
Duran.
but it's just a loan.
Yeah, but I think they have the option to make it permanent. I don't know how much it is.
Do you think Emery will make it permanent, though?
If he does well, I think he'll make it permanent.
This is dangerous waters because that's what West Ham did with Jesse Lingard, and
I
look what
remember, yeah. Didn't they get him on a free or not? Jesse Lingard. Oh, I got him on a free. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
that's
I'm wrong.
why. That's why I'm skeptical.
I think he might sign permanently there.
What, Marcus Rashford?
Yeah.
And they're going to play him as a striker, are they?
Yeah, because last game in the FA Cup, he played up front. He scored 2 goals.
But his best position is on the wing.
But I think what a lot of teams do now is they bring in a striker / forward like that, so they can use him both, like as in so he can cover for Watkins, who might be leaving in the summer as well. By the way, he might be going, and then he can also play off the left, so he could play Rashford, Watkins, and what's the other guy's name, Rogers or something, as the three, and Rashford can cut in, Rogers can cut in, and they can use the fullbacks. Stretch the play. So I think Rashford, they'll probably will sign him on permanent if he does well.
And apparently Ruben Amorim wanted to get rid of him too.
Yeah, he did.
But he's a problem child, though. He has a massive ego, an ego he doesn't deserve.
I think he got a bit lost at United.
Do you rate him at all?
Rashford,
Yeah.
he's all right. I don't think he's fulfilled his potential though. That's the thing.
That's the thing with a lot of English talent, that we hype them up into oblivion, and
And then
then they do nothing.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we? The French hype up French talent, the Italians.
But I think it's more the English media rather than like the fans as much.
But the French media hype up the French, the Italian media hype up the Italians. So I don't see them getting criticised. I see the Irish media hyping up Irish players. Ugh.
Yeah.
So,
I think the English media do it more than anyone else though, I think.
mm,
Whenever one English player has 3 good games, they start writing the papers, he's amazing. And then
no,
some club buys him for big money.
I still in report. They're finished.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you?
Um, don't worry. Don't worry. That was my dad.
okay. All right. Is there anything else to talk about? I don't know.
No, I think I'll just do my lineup, and then we can get the scores, and then we can wrap up. I need to
Yeah.
speak about something backstage as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So my sources tell me that Nicholas Jackson will be back.
Oh.
Oh God. Do you think he'll score? Because he scored every time we played.
Plays Tottenham. He'll score 2 goals probably.
Hmm. Right. So I think if Cole Palmer is also back, I mean he should be.
He'll be back for Tottenham probably.
Anyway, I'm going to go for a. I'm gonna go with Philip Jorgensen in goal. A back four of Reece James, Mark Cucurella, Levi Colwill, and Wesley Fofana.
4-3-3.
4-3-3, 4-2-3-1.
So Caicedo, I guess, and Enzo.
Caicedo, Lavia, or Enzo and Lavia. One of the South Americans, because we figured they cannot play together.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
No, that's what our fans say. So I'm just going with.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go with Enzo and Lavia as the DM pairing. I'm going to go with Pedro Neto on one side, Noni Madueke on the other, Cole Palmer as the number 10, and Nico Jackson as the lone striker. So it's a bit of a star formation.
Christmas tree. Yeah.
Christmas? No, isn't a Christmas tree a 4-5-1?
Is it? Is it? Yeah, maybe you're right. Actually, I'm thinking of that. Sorry,
A 4-2-3-1 is a star.
I'm thinking of 4-3-2-1, not 4-2-3-1. Sorry, 4-3-2-1. I was thinking not 4-2-3-1.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with a cautious Desmond.
I think it'll be 2-1 to Chelsea because we have such a bad record at Stamford Bridge. I'm not confident really at all.
So, yeah. With that being said, before we wrap up, Harry, where can people find you?
Hasper TV. Please go and subscribe.
And you can find me on NS Sports TV, the British lifestyle blogger, my second channel. You can also find me on Instagram at Nippon with three eyes. Sorry, Nippon with 4 eyes and 3 E's, and at Nippon Reviews Lifestyle. You can find me on Twitter at the Nippon Sharma, and you can also find me as a cameoist, like an occasional panelist on Worldwide Chelsea. Go subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. And you can sometimes find me on Football Carnage TV as an occasional caller, ran by the Big Six's very own Grizz Khan. And yeah, with that being said, I shall see you all in the next video. Peace.